They ain't stopping me, I'm a pro like a Mac. Drip flow like a tap, tiptoe to the stack. Thrive under pressure, know when to attack. When it's showtime, front row to the back. Front line with my back up against the wall. If I'm up against the odds, then I'm about to give it all. About to get them all, I want everything they got. Coming for the top, I won't stop until I fall. Me, I'm trying to ball out like LaMelo Ball. Watch me switch the gears on and wait for him to stall. They're looking all small, trying to run before they crawl. Me, I'm going all out, up against it all. You're up against the clock, up against the clock. Trying to break the doors down, you should have changed the locks. I'ma bring them all down, everybody's up. And I pride when it's showtime, everybody watch. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight. It's like they don't wanna see me win, that's cool. Yeah, man, I got this in the bag like school. They're trying to rock the boat, but the ride's too smooth. Cause I'm trying to bid the goal, and the vibes don't lose. You guys are old news, and your styles don't ooze.
Yeah, like a duff.
I'm Todd Grisham, and what a stunning venue. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Joe Calzaghe. He weighed in at 75 kilos bang on. He's 183 centimeters tall with a reach of 185. And up against him in this one, Jaime Munguia, 183 centimeters tall with a reach of an identical 183 centimeters.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Here comes Jaime Munguia, one of the most intimidating forces in his division. Former world champion, one of the best knockout artists in the game today.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, presenting the renowned unified world champion with a remarkable undefeated career, introducing the 2-division champion of the world and boxing's pride of Wales, please welcome Joe, the Italian Dragon Calzaghe. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, introducing the hard-hitting knockout artist and the super welterweight champion of the world, Jaime Munguia.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Todd, you know when you've got two fighters there that really believe they're going to win, really want to get it on, this is when it gets stupid.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. They're both trying for a knockout. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves of the fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
These punches coming from every angle. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. How about that time counter shot? A perfect counter lands. This fighter told us yesterday, I don't get paid by the minute. I'm going to go in there and try and knock my opponent out as soon as possible.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You fight a Swami, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
He misses with that straight left. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. On to the second round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That jab misses. Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? When are we going to see a jab from these two? That jab won't score. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain, mate.
No rest for the weary. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Misses with that uppercut. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Yes, I like that round. Good round, feel good. You were thinking, switch on.
On to the third. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Trying to land that jab. Good counter punch. That straight hurt him. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
No rest for the weary. There's a counter shot. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. That jab gets blocked. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
He blocks that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. And there's the bell to start round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Throws the uppercut, but misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe now. Time for the 5th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean up.
Munguia now, flat on his back. Is he going to get up? Let's see that again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
It's that ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
How about that time counter shot? They both want a highlight reel knockout. Well, they're going deep into the... Hold it right there! Oh, and Joe Calzaghe just took a heavy shot. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
What the...
How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. A borderline disastrous round, but he's still on his feet.
There's always a way back, don't it?
Now it's going to be a tougher fight.
This is the beginning of round 6. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it? Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this! And Jaime Munguia just got rocked! How did they not go down?
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Incredible work rate. Trying to land that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Munguia now, he's in some serious, serious trouble. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And that hook misses. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Misses with the straight left. How about that time counter shot? Both men step back for just a moment. You know the scorecard. Did you see that? Oh, Munguia made a mistake, and now he's paying the price. Munguia is down. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
I need to see that again.
Talk about Jaime Munguia. Here comes round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full battle, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Do you believe this? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.